So hello dear friends, welcome to the third pillar of sense of humor. Before beginning, I would like to talk about how in monotheism and in Buddhism we deal with this issue of woman, and clearly in Buddhism and in Tibetan Buddhism, so we see that it's a complete disaster. So why? So why? In Buddhism, also in monotheism, this prophet Paramatma Buddha teach that we should have respect for women. But clearly, that's not enough. You cannot just say respect women. You have to say clearly that this, because they teach in a very patriarchal time. You have to say clearly, you man, you have no authority about women, and you should see yourself are perfectly equal. So it's a little bit different in well, they try to protect and do something. We can pay homage to the Prophet Muhammad, because he was very respectful and very loving about women. And he gave the rights to women, the right to divorce, the right to have some heritage, some legacy from their parents. In Christianism, well, you have great Holy Maria, the mother of Jesus Christ. She's venerated as a great holy woman, but that's what was not enough, because there's so much violence in all this history of Christianism against women. In Judaism, it's a little bit different, because the center of Judaism is the family, according some great rabbi, and who is in the center of the family is the woman. And so the center of Judaism is a woman. So it's a kind of protection. So I think that in history it has been less violent and oppressive for them. And I think also that the great prophet Abraham, he makes some blessing protection, especially for women, because I felt that there's some holy things special on Jewish women, and I think it comes from Abraham. But in Buddhism and monotheism, if you don't say clearly, guys, you cannot control, have authority on the woman, that doesn't work. And we see that doesn't work. So maybe some guys will worry, now we have no authority on women, on our daughters, it will be a mess. Yeah, yes, exactly. That's exactly the point. You have no more authority, no more control. You have to be wise and respectful. And maybe at the beginning it will be a mess, but you should use communication, and you should also trust the people, trust the wisdom. And I'm sure the, the man will like it, because this authority control of on woman is a burden for the man. So from that will enter a new world of communication, and we'll enter in the world where things have to do like it should be, because there's any reason that men will has control and power and authority of women. There's any reason. So yeah, that and it's all these things is happening now, and I think that's great. I mean, the rise of feminine energy. And the second point I forget, actually it is a very important one. It is that this second pillar, the perfect equality between man and woman, is a golden key. So what does it mean? It means that this perfect equality between man and woman has the power to unblock all the energy of humanity. So why? In the invisible side, you have the material world, but you have also the non-material, invisible world. And all this violence, oppression against women, it creates a problem of balance between masculine and feminine energy, and it's block the awakening of humanity. So this balance of masculine and feminine will come from the end of all this violence and patriarchy and control about women. It will create very quickly a more better world in the political way, for economy, for spirituality. And it will pacify the world, because most of the women, they are fed up all of this sexism, gender inequality. They are really fed up, and more women express it, and it is a very good thing, very good thing. So I think that's it at this point. So let's enter to the pillar of sense of humor. So what is about? It is about the sacred text. You know, I'm talking about that because when I read some sacred text in Buddhism, but also in monotheism, I don't feel comfortable. And what makes me not comfortable, it is the solemn thing, you know, in French, solennel. It is very solemn. Solemn has a meaning of sacredness, so something you have respect. And of course, there's this meaning are very important, but when it becomes serious, and so solemn in the negative way, there's something wrong. There's something that doesn't work. And it is the oral explanation who should give this living, light, humorous thing, non-dogmatic things about of this thing. Of course, all this thing about spirituality is very important. Of course, it's but when all this text requires a matter of life or death, will we go to hell or heaven? In Buddhism, will we have a good reincarnation or not? And in the Buddhism, we have also some hell, bad news. There's three lower reincarnation possible, hell, and we have one another where people can suffer from hunger and thirst. And you have also the reincarnation of animal, which is not a pleasant one, because there are no possibility because of spiritual awakening. But all this serious, dramatic, tragic thing, yeah, it's too much solemn, tragic, dramatic. From my point of view, it's but you cannot teach people like that. It's I'm not comfortable with that. Really, I'm not okay with that. We cannot threaten people if you don't practice spirituality, you will go to hell. You will be not accepted in heaven. Why we don't accept everybody in heaven? Or because of the karmic justice, so the bad guys have to be punished and the good guys have to be they will have some reward. Yeah, I guess yeah, justice for me is very important. But why these people rebels? They rebel against spirituality. The problem is in modernism, because they say they don't trust, they don't believe, and in modernism the prophet, they give some evidence that they are in the truth. They have to think all about the truth, but it will be much better if we change we change that from belief. We go to trust the words of the prophets, because they are telling the truth, of course. And from trusting, we shall go to experiment. So maybe this people who don't want to trust, we can tell them, yeah, you don't want to trust, of course, or you don't want to believe, yeah, no problem. But we have in spirituality some tools, and you can experiment all the truth in the sacred text. And the tools, what is it? It is, of course, of study and practice. There's in all spiritual tradition, and I think we'll bring some new powerful tools, and it will be, I will talk about that in the pillar number 8, Dzogchen. It's what I'm following now. My practice begins to be a little bit different from the beginning of October 2020. I have some kind of new teacher, and I will talk about that in the pillar number 9, the ultimate pillar. So wait for it. This pillar is linked to the great prophet Abraham. And it will be great, wonderful pillar. I'm following this path of humility, and it's really nobody teach me like that before. There's so great simplicity, and it brings you to a completely new world. So yeah, it's difficult to describe it, and I will try to teach it when I will finish this path. So I'm sorry, I'm becoming serious and solemn and boring. So I think that's it with this pillar of sense of humor. So I think you get the point. So less dogma, but less dogma that open some space for non-ego, for our spiritual practice. And we are stop holding all that things. And it is all about in spirituality. We have to go more and more in to relax. Relax means what? It's not easy to relax actually. Stop holding it easy to say. It's a long path, and this path lead to more joy, of course, more wisdom. It's unblock wisdom and compassion, and develop naturally less hope and fears and more sense of humor, so you can relax. So that's it. So thank you for your attention, and see you for the next video. The issue will be the education of children, and this is very important for me and for everybody actually. So see you soon. Bye.